Hello, my name is Christine Hughes, and until very recently, I was the Vice President and General Counsel of Emerson College. I am now happily retired. I am also a longtime board member of the Association of Corporate Counsel Northeast chapter. And I was drawn into it. There's usually one or two not-for-profit lawyers on the board. And one of the things that's been particularly valuable for me is to see what commonality there is between the not-for-profit in-house bar and the for-profit commercial corporate bar. I've been on ever so many panels or had informal discussions with my fellow members and board members of the problems we face on a daily basis. And it's amazing to me that whether you're a multinational corporation or a closely held small business, whether you're at a small college like Emerson or a major not-for-profit like Partners Healthcare, that there's just tremendous commonality of the issues to face, the things you struggle with, how to effectively run an in-house practice. And so I think that's been one of the most valuable things for me, is to really find a cadre of thought partners to whom I can bounce ideas off, who can inform my thinking about how to do my job best. And so that's what's been really fun to me. The other thing is it's just a really nice group of people. It's a very caring and compassionate group of people who will lift a finger to help, find you outside counsel in a state you've never heard of. So it's a great network. One of the things I'm particularly excited about spending even more time, there's a one-year grace period, so even though I'm retired, I get to stay on the board and help out, is I am the chair of the Pro Bono Committee. And I'm using the sort of a bit of extra time that I have now that I'm not working to sort of expand the scope of that committee. And I'm actively seeking folks to volunteer either for the committee or for some pro bono tasks. It's probably good to start by kind of correcting people's impressions of what pro bono is, because I think people tend to think about it in a very narrow way. That it has to be a litigator in court doing impact litigation on a major scale of the kind that only a law firm can support. And that's not true at all. Indeed, transactional lawyers bring particularly valuable skills to pro bono. They're transactional lawyers. They can help with a small business. They can help with a real estate puzzle. They can give tax advice. They can do all sorts of things that are really helpful to everyday human beings or small businesses or small not-for-profit organizations. One thing I'm also particularly excited about is that we are beginning to expand the scope of what we think the Pro Bono Committee is about, and our conversations about renaming it the Pro Bono and Civic Engagement Committee. I think in the last 4 years, there's been a tremendous uptick in people's interests in finding a way to be civically engaged and civically active, whether it's voter registration drives or assisting those less fortunate with basic skills, evictions, credit counseling, tax advice, things where you don't really necessarily have a one-on-one client relationship, but you have a little bit of time and some skill to bring to bear and a need to feel useful and helpful. And we're beginning to look to be the clearinghouse, I guess is the best word, for where people who are interested in giving back. One of the things that our pro bono work has really been specialized in is finding ways for people to come in, do something helpful quickly without making a significant long-term commitment. One of the best examples of that is our enormously popular Clinic in a Box program, which is basically a half-day commitment where in-house lawyers come in the morning, have some brief training on a specific topic, not-for-profit bylaws or employment law or something very specific, and then later in the morning are paired with one or two not-for-profit institutions to help them revamp their bylaws or renovate their employment policies. In, out, over, and done in less than a day. I think those kinds of opportunities are particularly useful for in-house lawyers, and particularly valuable to their not-for-profit clients. So it really is not a huge time commitment. The other thing I would, to those of you who are in management positions out there in in-house positions, I think it is a wonderful, pro bono is a wonderful training opportunity for junior lawyers to give them some independent skills, to give them some really one-on-one client contact, to begin to expand their bandwidth and see problems as more than just legal problems, but problems as human problems. So I think it's a great professional development opportunity for junior lawyers who are looking to climb their way up the ladder.